Hey guys, it's Tiffany. So I kind of just wanted to make this video because I've been like sitting and contemplating on whether I should make it or not, and because I know I'm gonna get some like, I don't know, maybe some bad comments or whatever, and you know, who cares? I can take it. But I wanted to talk about how good it feels to stop feeling sorry for myself. And I'm always saying this, and I'm not saying this like without empathy or whatever you call it, but I sat in that pity party probably a good 15 out of the 18 years that I was in drug addiction. Like, seriously. I wanted, because these two men raped me when I was 16, like I just wanted everybody to feel sorry for me. I wanted, you know, attention. I wanted a reason why they wouldn't not like me because I was using, you know, like I always used it as an excuse or I don't know what you want to call it, but that was my backup, you know, that was my backup. Like, oh, well, I gotta use drugs because this happened to me when I was little, so I gotta do this, you know, like, dude, and we'll do this and we'll do this and we'll never be able to get over life. We'll never be able to get onto a life. Until I heard that on, and it was crazy because it wasn't even after I got clean this last time. It was actually just a few months ago that I was listening to this podcast by Gary Vee. And if you know Gary Vee, you know he says exactly how he wants to say shit, and he'll say it blunt as hell, okay? So, you know, and on there he says, like, stop feeling fucking sorry for yourself. Like, I don't care if, you know, you was raped at this age, or your mom left you at this age, or this happened at you at this age, you know? Like, you're an adult now. Like, man up, grow up, and take care of your responsibilities, learn how to deal with it, and live a life that you're supposed to live. Like, and I was like, oh my God, like, he's talking to me, you know? Like, because I did for the longest time. I wanted people to feel, especially like with my kids, and me not having my kids for the last 3 years, not being able to see them and talk to them or anything, you know, like, part of me honestly wanted to be like, well, feel sorry for me. But no, don't feel sorry for me, because I'm the one that put me here, you know, like, own up to the shit, like, stop, like. So it was cool. I watched this other podcast or this YouTube video about this doctor that was talking about like why people go different ways. Like, okay, so say a brother and a sister, like the same situation happened to them. They both lost their parents, or this happened to both of them, or they got touched by their uncle, or whatever, you know, like put them in the same scenario. And they're like, well, why does one do good and why does one, you know, go the bad way? Well, he's like, you want to know? He's like, it all depends on not just the person, but the way that they were brought up. One might have got more love, a little bit more love than the other, or maybe the other one had more strength than the other. You know, like, it doesn't go on what has happened in their life. It's how they take it and how they build themselves up from that. You know, and it was just so fucking clear to me. I was just like, yes, like, oh my God. Because I always wondered the same shit too. Like, how does one come out of that and had the same life and the same family, but one's good and one's bad? Like, what the hell? But it does, it makes sense. Like, you know, maybe something happened in the other person's life that helped them get to be into a better situation. And maybe bad things just kept happening to the one that went down a bad road, you know? Like, that would make sense. But until Gary Vee put it that way, like, you gotta get out of the pity party. And I lived in it for so long that when I was able to say, I need to grow the fuck up, I need to stop getting people to feel sorry for me, I need to stop feeling sorry for myself and move the fuck on. Be an adult already. You know, I'm finally, after 37 years, I'm finally starting to build my credit. I'm actually starting to care about bills, you know? Like, I'm finally starting to do this shit that adults should have started when they were, you know, what, 18, you know? I feel like they think that you're 18, you're an adult, like you should already know all this shit. But, you know, it doesn't matter what age you get it and what time frame you get it. Like, as long as you fucking get it, dude. So like, I've been there. I know that. I know whatever it is you're going through. If you was touched by somebody, or if you was offended in some way, or if this happened or that happened, like, nothing's worse than whatever happened to anybody else. Like, there's always somebody worse out there that's had it worse than you. And maybe not. Maybe you've had the worst life possible. But you know what? Until you get over that shit and stop letting it make you who you are, you're not going to get over it. You're not going to live life. So, that being said, I don't know. I'm rooting for you guys, and just know that staying in self-pity and saying so, like, once you're vulnerable enough to grow, that's where it's at. So when I'm on here and I can say, like, yeah, this happened to me, and I'm putting it out there to the world because my whole story, my whole life is out there into the world, and I don't care what people say. I don't care what bad comments come in because I can take them, but it's also, on the good note, it's helping tons of people. So I'm not worried about it, but come on, find yourself, find you. Because when you do, you'll start killing it at life. And trust me, you'll feel better about who you are, who you're supposed to be. And then when my kids finally do get to come around and see what their mom's done, instead of staying down and beating myself up for the bullshit that I put them into and the fucking life that I put them in, that I, had to give them away so they had a better life, like, I'm going to be that mom that is, like, in a good place, like, when they come around, I'm going to be the mom that they're going to be proud of. I'm not going to be still stuck at a campground somewhere, living in a tent. You can't do that. You gotta, like, be that mom that they can be so freaking proud of and be able to spoil and do the shit that you always wanted to do when you didn't have them, So, like, when they come find me, when they come see me, they're gonna know how freaking badass that I'm becoming. And I hope you can too. So, find it in yourself today to get over the dumb shit. And carry on with your life because you deserve it. Don't let that shit weigh you down no more. Get the fuck rid of it, like Gary Vee says. You deserve it. Have a good day. Bye.